Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyoti Gamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dear friends, yesterday we had started this lecture series on management of everyday life, and we had discussed what is the real meaning of the word management. Management does not mean business management. Business management is only a part of the whole management phenomena, and management deals with every aspect of life. And the most important thing is that we are thinking and getting to know about the management of the whole world, but we don't know how to manage ourselves and manage our own life. And that is why this managing our own life, everyday life, with a view to get maximum success, maximum happiness, maximum peace, maximum knowledge, that is what we had discussed yesterday. That management of everyday life, we will be talking, thinking in the background of the fourth wave of management. That is, first wave was British style of management, second was American style of management, third was the Japanese style of management, and now the fourth wave, the holistic style of management based on Vedantic philosophy, based on which we are going to discuss this topic. And then we had talked that the most important tool of the management in the earlier times used to be work study, out of which method study was the main thing, and method study, the most important thing was critical examination. The tool was critical examination, and we tried to apply critical examination. Critical examination with respect to method will give us result. Critical examination with regard to the means will give us some result. But critical examination with regard to purpose gives maximum result. Because sometimes we find we are doing some activities which are not necessary. We can eliminate, and so that gives us maximum productivity. So we were trying to critically examine what is life. It's a span between birth and death. And what is the purpose of life? Why are we born? Where do we want to go? These are the basic fundamental questions which, unfortunately, the fundamental basic questions which we have never asked. We have just forgotten the sacred mission for which we came to this earth. There is a story of a Japanese boy working as a servant in a remote village in Japan. That day, the landlord was out for some work. The landlady got into trouble. There is nobody who can fetch the essential items from the market, and the market is in the town which is quite far. So she articulated this problem. She asked this Japanese servant, can you go to the nearby town and fetch certain essential items, because they are now not there in our store and they are very much urgently required. And my husband has gone out of station. Then the boy said, yes, surely, I'll go. He thought it's a good opportunity. He'll get to and fro fare, plus the privilege of seeing so many new things. So he said, okay, I'll bring the items. So he took the list of items to be brought, went to the nearby town. Now he had never visited the town. He's just a village boy. And there he saw so many big shops with glass windows. He was flabbergasted, strange, and so many new things he's seeing, and so many sweet shops. Then so many clothes shop, so many clothes, and all types of items hanging there. So he went on seeing, and in between he found there is a Mina Bazaar going as a fair. And so there he saw a magic show, and then he had a flywheel. So he sat down on the flywheel, Then there is another show. Likewise, he went on spending. He didn't know when the time. He didn't know when the evening approached. Suddenly there was an announcement from the central communication system that the last bus to that village is going. All those who want to go, please immediately come to the bus stand. Huh? Last bus? Immediately went to the bus stand, boarded the bus, and came to the house. And there the landlady was standing with a stick. Huh? You went in the morning and coming now so late? Why you are so late? Then the boy said, what to do? When I went there, I saw so many new things. I had never seen so. So I didn't know. When the evening approached, whole day spent like that, I didn't know at all that the evening has come. Because there was an announcement, so I could come to know. Okay, now don't do like this from future. Where are the items? Items that I haven't brought. Then why did you go? I completely forgot. You went to the market for purchasing items and you did everything else, but you did not bring the items. This is exactly what we are doing. We have come to this earth to get knowledge, to get bliss, to realize self, but we have forgotten and we are doing everything else. Enjoying life, going here and there. So many things we are doing, accepting the purpose for which we had come. आया था किस काम से तू सोया चादर तान कर समय हुआ अब जाग गाफिल अपना आप पहचान रे. We have forgotten the purpose for which we had come. So unless and until we know the purpose, we will not be able to get the maximum out of the life that has been given to us. What is true success? We want success. Every one of us wants success. But we do not know what is true success. We'll make a lot of efforts, so many ambitions we want to achieve, and sometimes we fail, sometimes we succeed. At the end we find, by the time we get it, it is no longer interesting for us. We want next thing. And then we go for that thing, again go mad after that, and by the time we get it, we want the next thing. So it goes on. What is the ultimate purpose? What is the ultimate success? What is the ultimate fulfillment of life? Alexander the Great, when he came to India, he was told by his master, when you are going to India, please bring a very good gift for us, our country. What should I bring? Other items are available in various countries, but India produces great saints. So bring a good saint from India. And Alexander came. He was in search of a good saint. One day he was passing through a forest. He saw a saint sitting on a bit of rock, meditating. And he was very much impressed by the bright face, illuminating face. So he sat down for some time. And when the sage opened the eyes, he talked with him, full of knowledge. Then Alexander became very happy and he said, please come to my country. I will build a beautiful palace for you. I'll give you beautiful clothes. I'll give you very nice food. Please come to my country. The saint smiled and said, my dear emperor, I don't need anything that you have told. I am very happy. I don't need any clothes. The sky is my cloth. I don't need to wear any cloth. I don't need any food. This tree is giving me beautiful fruits, and this river is giving beautiful water. And I am staying here under the tree. I am very happy here. I don't want to go anywhere. No. You must come to my country. I have promised my guru, my master, that I will bring a good saint, and I have been very much impressed. You have to come. I will not come. You have to come. I will not come. Now, Alexander was not in a habit to listen to anybody's no. Nobody had the guts or the courage to refuse him. So he became very much excited. If you don't come, I will cut out your head. Immediately drew out the sword. And that sage started laughing very loudly. You fool, that is the most foolish thing you ever said. Don't you know? Your sword cannot pierce me. Don't you know the fire cannot burn me? Don't you know the air cannot dry me? Don't you know the water cannot melt me? I am the birthless, deathless, ever pure, ever blissful Atman. Nainam chindati shastrani, nainam dahati pavakah, na chainam kledantyapo, na shoshati marutah, achedyoyam, adayoyam, akledyo shoshevacha, nitya saragata sanu, achaloyam sanatana. I am the birthless, deathless, ever pure, ever blissful Atman. Normally when the sword came out from the sheath of Alexander, the person who would be standing in front of him would collapse out of fear. Here the reverse thing happened. That sage started laughing loudly, and Alexander became so much afraid that the sword fell down from his hands. And then the sage said, "You fool, you want me to take to your country? I can see through my third eye. You yourself are not going to reach your country." And the history says Alexander could not reach his country. On the way, he got a very, very peculiar type of fever which nobody could diagnose, a peculiar type of disease which nobody could diagnose, and he had to die in harness without reaching his destination. But before his death, he called his subordinate and said, "I am not going to live now. It seems now I have to prepare for death. So when I die, when you cremate me, please see that my hands are open like this, kept open like this." Why? So that let the whole world receive the message. Alexander conquered the whole world, but could not conquer himself, so he's going empty-handed. And that sage conquered himself, so he is going at the time of death, he's laughing and smiling. Let the whole world receive the message. What is true success? What is true success? At the last, if you conquered the world, you got gold medals, you've achieved so many things, you have been having a package of 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs, whatever it is, any number of fixed deposits, beautiful latest model car, everything will be left here. Only thing that will go is the karmas that you have done, the action that we have done, that will go with us beyond the grave. And based on that, our next birth will be decided. What type of birth you will take, where will you take. The whole thing, we are calling it destiny. There is nothing called destiny. Swami Vivekananda said, "You are the creator of your own destiny." Don't go to an astrologer and ask, "Please tell me my destiny." No. Don't try to know your destiny, try to change your destiny. How it can be changed? If my present is made up of my past karmas, if my present destiny is created by my own past karmas, by my own past purushartha efforts, that very thing proves the future prarabdha, the future destiny will depend upon my present karmas, present purushartha. And so, don't try to know your destiny, try to change your destiny. You are the creator of your own destiny. That is the message of Vedanta. Depend on yourself. So with your actions, whatever actions we do, on that will depend upon the future. So management of birth. We start from management of birth. We don't have any control. Management of birth will be controlled by my mom. Isn't it? But no. Our actions will decide what type of mom I will get. Our actions in this life will decide where I will be born, whether as a human being or as a dog or as a cat. And if as a human being, in what type of family. Everything will be decided by my karmas. So when management of birth comes, our efforts lies to this extent that we should do good actions, try to do good actions, try to take good actions, so that we are born with favorable circumstances, so that we can pursue our ultimate goal of reaching the infinite knowledge, infinite existence, infinite bliss, as we told yesterday. We can follow that path under more favorable circumstances. Shuchitam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Brashto Vijayate, says the Bhagavad Gita. Those who have done good works, they are born in a good family, in a spiritual based family, so that they can continue the spiritual practices that they had been following. So this much of management of birth is in your hand. The rest depends upon your mom. But that is required. Swami Vivekananda told in America in his lecture, whatever I am is because of my mother. Mother Bhuvaneshwari Devi, she prayed and prayed and prayed day and night so that a spiritual son will be born to him who will be great. And for that, she prayed and worshipped Shiva in Benares. And that is how Swamiji says, I was born. And then he says, this is the most important thing that we have to do. Our mothers, they have to see that the children are born with prayers. And then Swamiji also warns, the children who are born accidentally, without being preceded by the prayers, they become a menace to the society. The children who are born without prayers being done by their mothers, it is they who become a menace to the society. And those children who are born with prayers, it is they who become blessing to mankind. Swamiji gives his own example. In fact, all the great people, Jijabai prayed that a son be born who will be doing good to humanity. Just the other day, a lady mother came to me, a young mother. She said, I had decided I will not have a child. But after seeing Shivaji's play, I have changed my prayer. No, let me have one son who will be great like Shivaji. So she changed the prayer now. So there are so many people. This mother's prayer, they help. Once, a young woman came to Socrates with a babe of 3 years. She asked, when should I start educating my child? Then Socrates asked, what is the age? She said, 3 years. And Socrates said, you have come 3 years late to me. Because the education starts from day one. Now that is Western concept. But the Indian concept is education starts from -6 months. Yes. Now they have found out scientifically that in the womb, the child gets so much of knowledge. And that is why they have got started special cassettes and CDs for pregnant mothers and special training programs for pregnant mothers to be, the education is being given to the children who are within the womb. The education is starting from -6 months when they are in the womb. A very peculiar thing happened once. So many people come to us for counseling and advice and all that. Once a young girl came to me. She said, at that time I was in Rajkot. I have come all the way from Surat just to get your advice. Then she said, it is my heart's desire. I am already pregnant. Now it's my heart's desire that I should give birth to a son who will become a Brahmagyani and will teach me Brahmagyan. And for that, I am ready to do whatever you will say. I am ready to do. Anything that you say, I will be able to do. But I have to do. I want this one. I was very astonished. She was she was from a village near Surat. So, they are looking like a very ordinary girl. But she had this desire. I had never got this type of question. So I was little taken aback.